Hi there, and welcome to part 5 in the low back therapy series. This series will walk you through a little bit more advanced stretching, and by advanced I don't mean anything crazy, it's just a little bit deeper than what we've been doing. So this is once you're really starting to feel a bit stronger through the back. These stretches will open up the posterior chain, which are the areas in the body that connect our low back and pelvis to the legs. So tension in our legs, our daily posture, or the way that we sit maybe at work or in our car every day, that repetitive motion, that often contributes quite a bit to low back pain. So I'll have you come to knees, and if the knees tend to be a bit tender, you can always take a blanket underneath the knees to give yourself a little bit of padding. Not everybody is going to have yoga blocks handy, so if you want to do this practice maybe next to a table, as long as you're able to rest your hand on something for support. So you'll take 1 foot forward to begin, and oftentimes in a lunge what I see is that we stay here. You want to be able to bring this back hip significantly forward of the knee. That's where you're going to get the most stretch through both the hip flexor right at the top of your hip and the quadricep, okay, down through the front of the leg. So take a deep breath in, let your spine be tall, and as you breathe out, let the hips drop down and forward, feeling that nice deep stretch across the front of your leg and a tourniquet effect in the front hip crease here. Finding a few breaths in this position, hands either to your yoga blocks or to a table or chair beside you. After 3 to 5 breaths there, you're going to lift your hips up and straighten out that front leg, flexing the toes back. Now what's critical here is the way that we fold. So you want nice length in your spine and hand to table, chair, or blocks. Lifting the chest tall, you want to imagine there's a hinge right at your hip crease and you can fold from there. Okay. What that does is it gets you to the insertion point of your hamstring, right at the base of your glute. So always imagining that the chest is being pulled forward by an imaginary string toward the big toe. You'll immediately feel the hamstring, the back of the leg. Oops. Now, if you want to take this stretch a bit deeper, you could imagine that your heel is glued to the floor, but you want to try and peel it toward the wall behind you. That's going to take the femur bone, the upper thigh, and plug the head of the femur into the hip socket, which will get you a bit deeper into that insertion point. Again, 3 to 5 breaths here. After that, you'll come back up into your lunge, this time taking your foot about as wide as the mat. If you have blocks, you're going to take them inside the foot and walk them over in the opposite direction. If you have a chair or a table, you'll lean in the direction of the chair or table. And again, drop the hips down and then turn your toes cornerwise and peel to the pinky toe edge of the foot, starting to get inner groin all the way through inner leg to inner knee, stretching open. Keeping the collarbones broad and wide and the chest long and tall. Finally, you can rest your hand on the floor or a block or maybe a stack of books. That's always a good option. And take your opposite hand to the knee and you'll find a gentle twist as you push that knee deeper open. And you'll come right back through center and take the entire series on the other side. I might also recommend just finding a gentle cat-cow in between sides. That will help you to open up quadriceps and hip flexors, backs of the legs through the hamstrings, and also a bit through the outer hips. The next series will show you a bit of gentle core connective activity. And then from there, if you want a little bit more information, feel free to contact us. Private sessions, quick Skype consultations, those are always wonderful options to get you on the road to recovery and spinal health. Take care, and I hope you continue to feel well.